It's your boy Crypto Blood. Welcome to another episode of Off the Chain. We're gonna wait for a few more people to get in here, people. And you can see on the screen, I got the hotline number. Go ahead and jot that down, and we'll get started in a second. Just doing a quick roll call, people. I see we got T-Will, A3 Sky Warrior, Eva, Dolphin 134. Dolphin, I wanted to give you a shout out from last week. Thank you for the tip, the chat room tip. Much appreciated. I think that was you. Jet Set Crypto, Dale Anderson, Robert, Stephen Q, Jamie Haas. What up, people? We're gonna get started in a minute here. All right, people, what's good? Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to another episode of Off the Chain. We're gonna have fun today. Hope your Saturday is going well. I got the chat room from the YouTube up now, so I can see what you guys are talking about without looking at the computer as much. You say T-Will says J-Snip looked kind of weird in the Three Amigos yesterday. I don't know. Why do you say that, T-Will? He didn't look weird to me. He was on the phone, chatting on the phone. Man, that guy, man, he's hilarious. How much I bench? I weigh like 148, 149. I'm a small guy, but I bench 220. I can bench pretty good. Yep. All right, so we've got roughly 44 viewers on. I guess we can go ahead and get started. I want to show you guys the hotline number again. I'm going to go over a couple topics at first, but you guys can go ahead and start calling in if you want. Number is 669-900-6833. And that's the code there, 169-861-119. All right. What's up, 22 Cool Cat? Good to see you, man. Haven't seen you in a while. I don't know much about A-Chain. Is that the same one that was a lot of FUD was being spread about? think SGT Report talked about it. He had what's the lady's name? I forgot her name. He had some lady on there talking about A-Chain is the Illuminati coin and this and this and that. Crazy. Willpower, what's up? Lynette Zhang, that's it. Thanks, 22. So today, man, I wanted to talk to you guys. I'm sure many of you saw the Three Amigos chat. I actually liked the flow of it. It wasn't all crypto, which is good. You gotta have a balance, I think. So it was good to see, you know, a mixture of topics, especially on health and stuff. That's good, because health is wealth, people. You know, so that should be first. And you know, one of the things that I took some notes as far as talking points that I wanted to go over with you guys today, and one was actually Cliff translating for Asia. What do you guys think about that? He's going to start translating his webbot into Mandarin and the other different dialects and stuff for the Chinese language. But I think that's huge, man. And you know, my whole thing about that is, let me turn this music down a little bit more here. Give me 1 second. My thing about the translation into Mandarin or the various languages in China, in Asia, man, that's going to open him up to a lot of new eyeballs. And I'm just, you know, I want to know what you guys feel about that. I think it's a gift and a curse. You know, Asia has a huge population, and will it be a adverse effect from having so many new eyeballs get access to his content, and then will he be able to filter out that content? I'm not sure. That's one thing I'm curious and would love to hear you guys talk about, you know, when you guys call in. Or you can talk about whatever you want. Just give me a call. The number is 669-900-6833. The code is 169-861-119. I wanted to do it earlier today, people, because really I want to include some of the people across the pond, you know, and even people in the United States that aren't able to stay up that late. So I'm going to alternate, just get a feel for when people are able to come on. So we'll see what happens with that. So again, I'm going to bring that number up again for you. So yeah, as we wait for people to call in, again, my thing is, I think it's a good thing that he's expanding into other languages. But again, my concern is, I'm wondering, like, what will happen with the new increase in you know, people reading his reports and then regurgitating and basically rebroadcasting that info. Is it gonna hurt the accuracy of the WebBot reports? I know that Cliff has talked about this publicly. He's talked about big changes coming to the WebBot algorithm and architecture in 2019. So in 19, he's going to roll out a new form of the WebBot, and you know, maybe that will mitigate some of those issues. I do want to cover the markets really quickly. We're at 380 billion. Bitcoin's dominance is at 41.3%. And we've bounced off the lows for sure. Looking green today, right? So let's take a look at my chart though. So as you can see, I was just talking to my boy about the markets and where I thought things were going. I didn't think we would see a full out bull run from this hard decline just yet. And as you can see, I had these lines drawn before this big drop. That was already there. It bounced off it twice, as I showed you guys. And then I kind of highlighted those two large sell orders there. These two candles. I'm going to zoom in. That's a huge sell. That's a big order right there. This is on the hour chart. And here's a second one. So we're kind of taking steps down, and it doesn't look natural. It looks orchestrated, but not in like meaning multiple parties doing it. Just I think it's probably the Mt. Gox seller, but I could be wrong. I have no evidence of this. This is all just hypothesis. So, but as you can see, we bounced here 8,300. I couldn't see any meaningful area for 8,300, honestly. So I didn't really, we got some resistance, past resistance here in that range, but really it wasn't anything meaningful for me. So when I see stuff like that, normally I say I think we're going to probably head lower. So as you can see, we bounced, and I told you guys, previous resistance or previous support becomes future resistance. So if this was a support, which it was, it bounced twice, but we broke through it with that huge sell order. Now that becomes resistance. And trading is simple, people. It really is. It just takes years to, I was telling Truth Bliss about this. It takes years to remove emotion from your trades, really. That's what separates pro traders from those who are amateurs. It's the emotional factor. People tend to, especially when it comes to money, we don't know how to separate emotion from our decision making. So I believe that we will see, as we already have seen on the 1 hour chart, a couple taps at that previous support area, now resistance, and we will head lower to the 7,600 area, I believe. Could be wrong, of course. I can always be wrong, but that's my take on that, people. So again, give us a call, 669-900-6833, and the code is right there. Got 81 viewers on right now. Thank you guys for all the support. Make sure you hit that like button, and if you're not a subscriber, please do that. Let's get more subs, man. Get the message out and spread the word, So we got a guy, Brian Van Pesky, asks, what's the timeline or time frame for 13,800 end of the month? It was supposed to be end of February, early March. Yeah, that definitely was a miss. But again, you got to remember, we hit 1388 at the beginning of the year. So, maybe the data set was off, shifted 3 months, 2-3 months, and we already hit that. I'm not sure, but we did hit it. We did hit it. So yeah, again, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for joining. We're going to go ahead and take a look at another topic from the three amigos. Was, when are cryptos actually yours? So Cliff talked about this, and my whole thing, he said he had a kind of an epiphany from people on YouTube talking about this whole thing with taxes, crypto and taxes and stuff. And his epiphany actually made me even think further. I didn't even think that far. I was just thinking more so like, how can the government, if you can spawn up an unlimited amount of wallets, right? how can the government ever attach any of those wallets to you? And what Cliff was talking about was a scenario where if you bought a truck from someone, right, and you sell the truck to the individual, you give them, you send that individual the money, or the person actually sends the money to you, but you never actually touch that wallet. You could say you can have someone else create the wallet, right?
Yeah.
How does that? It's not yours until you actually take hold of it. So I don't know, man. Let's talk about that. I do have a caller on the line. Caller on the line. Talk to me. It's your boy Crypto Blood. What's up?
Yo, what's up, Crypto Blood? Is New York Crypto Pro? What's the deal?
New York Crypto Pro. Let me get the the censorship sound out. Beep beep beep.
Yeah, you need the 5-second delay. Get it popping.
Right. What's going on, man? Talk to me, man. What do you want to talk about today?
I tried to hit you in the room the other day, right? So since you're talking about this tax thing now, this TUSD, right? The bitrate.
Yeah, Tether. Mm-hmm.
Now, not the Tether. Now it's a new thing, the True USD.
Okay.
On Bittrex. You heard about that one?
No.
All right.
Tell me about
that. So now, what that one is they're actually doing a step above the regular USDT, the regular Tether, and they're actually auditing and giving the public audit. So it's actually backed for real by US dollar, which is audited, and the record's the public. So what I'm calling trap, because they like to make rules without really tightening everything down and knowing that they're 100% right, and they just figure if they make the rule, people are going to be scared, and they're just going to get in line and hand them over the tax money. But they always know that there's some loophole somewhere.
Well,
so I think that they know.
The issue I have with that, though, it sounds like that is... So Bittrex is, I believe, out of Las Vegas. I don't know
Seattle.
if you knew that. Oh,
Seattle, I think.
Seattle? Okay, I thought they were in Vegas.
Yeah, I think it's somewhere in the West.
Okay, so they're in the United States, so that means they're following the tax, the rules and regulations in order to be a legitimate exchange, right? So, if you have a scenario like that, then it's, to me, that's taxable for sure. Like, they're going to report that.
Exactly. See, this is my thing. My guess is with that Tether, since it's actually not audited, you can't really say that that's US dollar. And if you just go from crypto to crypto, which they're claiming will possibly create a taxable event, I think that they know somehow that can be fought. And what they're doing is they're just trying to set it up so it's a super duper deep trap if you go into the TUSDT.
Yeah,
because now if you go into the TUSDT, it's really tradable for actual US dollars. So you just sold your crypto for US dollar. Yeah. And there's no getting out of that.
Right. No, what do you mean by no getting out of it? What do you mean by that?
See, if you go from crypto to USDT, right? The Tether.
Yeah.
Since it's not really audited, they claim that it's backed by $1, but it's not audited. So it's just if it's not audited, it's not real. It's just someone's claim. If you do TUSD, it's audited, and the way they're setting up the exchange is that you can actually swap out the TUSD for fiat. So you kind of made a real dollar out of the TUSDT as opposed to the Tether, because the Tether is just a fake dollar. So you can always argue that I can't trade. This is not really actually money because it's not backed by anything they claim it is, but there's no order to prove it is.
Well, if you want to get technical, none of it is backed by anything, honestly. When I say, I'm talking about like the fiat currencies, right? So even if it's, I look at that scenario as a scenario where now there's some legitimate tax implications there that you have, because you can't move TUSD anywhere off of Bittrex, right?
Exactly. No. I believe that you can't. No, I believe the way they're setting it up, because they're doing the extensive KYC. I think the way they're setting it up is you can actually opt to cash out the TUSD for the dollar, whereas you can't even transfer USDT off of one exchange to another, let alone cash that out for actual fiat.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. To me, like, but I'm looking at that as more so like, man, that's a play on getting people, because the problem is, because you're right, there isn't a real, well, they say it's an audit, and really it doesn't matter if there are the dollars that back it or not. In my opinion, is whatever the market trusts is a tether to dollar. So currently,
you're 100%. Now you're right about that.
Currently, you're right. Currently, we think that Tether is 1-to-1 with the dollars they have in their bank account, and that's why we're sitting at $1. We sit near parity with the U.S. dollar with Tether. The problem and the danger, and really the benefit, in my opinion, to Tether, especially when they roll out that ERC20 token. That's going to change the game, because people will be able to sit in Tether in their own Mu wallet, in their own My Crypto wallet. You get what I'm saying? They'll be able to sit in dollar. Go ahead.
No, and that's the point. See, if you can sit in Tether, and it's really not audited to be, proven that it's backed by the dollar and can be kind of a crypto dollar, so to speak. If you have the TUSD that they're basically saying is a crypto dollar that can be exchanged for an actual dollar, I think what that does is that traps you into not being able to use an excuse or a reason that Tether is not really moving from crypto into actual fiat. Mm-hmm. So they can, it's the same as you never going and taking your ETH or your Bitcoin to Gemini or Coinbase and just cashing out for USD.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But if you do a crypto, if you do a trade from any crypto into TUSD, that can be looked at the same as if you went to Gemini and cashed it out.
Absolutely.
Because you can change it.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. I think that's the trap. I think that was the trap.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, I personally wouldn't use TUSD, because with Bittrex, you have to, I think I don't know what level you have to be to use TUSD. I'm sure you have to have some KYC done to utilize that. I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, man, I mean, hey, people want to complain about us not valuing our cryptocurrencies against fiat currencies. Here's the thing. We're always going to have, in my opinion, some form of a government issued currency. And if it's not backed by anything physical where I can go in and exchange it for it, it's fiat. And so I think we'll always have that. And I mean, I don't know why people have an issue with that. It's an easy way for me to. We've all grown up on the dollar and other fiat currency, so it's easy for us to quickly get a valuation on where our portfolio is by looking at it in dollar terms. Until our cryptocurrency community matures, I think that's what it's going to be. And even at that point, people are still going to need a reference point. You can't, you get what I'm saying? I think we're 10, 20 years, 30 years away from us pricing everything in whatever the popular cryptocurrency is at that point.
Yeah, we're far away. I mean, they may somewhere down the line maybe just use gold as the comparison, but like you said, that's unlikely anyway. Everyone is used to a dollar, or however fake it may be. You use that as a gauge, and that's just what it's going to be. What we need though is to get this away from Bitcoin, so we can get these oils popping and not get dragged to the gutter every time Bitcoin decides it want to go.
Come on, man! I'm trying to tell you, for the most part, my video from yesterday. Just really quickly, the other caller on the line, just please hold. I see you in queue, and I'll get to you in a second. But yeah, man, I got a couple people that had, gave me flack about that, but it's the truth, bro. And if you haven't been in the game as long as me or longer, you really don't understand where I'm coming from. I've seen Bitcoin, at $75. I was there when it was $78, $80. I can see the influence it should have at that point when the market cap is very minuscule. But with a market cap where it is at $400 billion, I don't think Bitcoin should constitute or take up 40% of that value. It just doesn't. It's just a cryptocurrency at this point. It's no actual utility. No one is using Bitcoin like that to purchase their gas and do stuff like that. Everyone is hodling it and speculating with it. It's a speculative asset right now. I'm sorry. I'm the biggest crypto. I got the idea right when I saw it. So for people to tell me, no, man, you don't see. I'm looking at it from a maturation. I've seen it from where it was to where the cryptocurrency environment is as a whole. And I'm telling you, it should not have this much influence on a lot of these great projects that we have out here, bro. I'm sorry.
I mean, the reality is we're to blame for that anyway, because as soon as Bitcoin starts dumping, everybody dumps everything else. So
absolutely, no,
we're the problem.
Absolutely.
So everyone listen, let's cut this shit, everybody. Let's cut this shit.
No doubt,
go ahead, man. I'm not going to hijack your show.
All right, man. Appreciate the call. Call on the line. Talk to your boy. It's your boy Crypto Blood. What's good, man? Where you coming from? Where you calling in from? Caller, you there? We're gonna put him back on hold.
You there?
Caller, what's good? It's your boy Crypto Blood. Talk to me.
Crypto, Don Hickman out of West Virginia.
West V, what's going on, man? How you doing today?
Hey, doing fine, man. Hey, wanted to comment on that transaction about using multiple wallets that Cliff was talking about. And
yeah,
I think that for tax purposes, even if you're using an unidentified wallet or a different wallet each time, you still constructively receive a payment for that truck. So I think you're
right.
Coming from a tax perspective, you're still on the line for paying taxes, whether you access those funds or not. I think you're
certainly right. Okay, so I forgot to bring that up, and I thought about that. I thought about that, and you're right. Where you are taxed, where it is a taxable event, is at the point of sale. So whatever your taxes are in your state for that transaction, for purchasing that vehicle, that for sure is because I know in Michigan I have to go to the Secretary of State and we have to do the transfer of the title and all that, and I have to pay the taxes on. So yeah, at that point for sure.
Right, but if they cut you a check and you don't cut the check, then it doesn't matter. You're still on the hook.
Yeah, but that's a taxable event for the person buying it, right?
But if you had if you got a capital gain on that truck that you sold, if it appreciated, I guess then you would owe the capital gain on that truck.
Yeah, but likelihood of it appreciating is pretty low, right?
Sure.
But I guess what I'm saying is, okay, so I know as a purchaser, I'm paying taxes at the DMV. Some of you guys call it DMV or whatever. We call it Secretary of State here. I'm paying taxes on that vehicle. It's 6% in Michigan, I think, that I'm paying on the total amount of that vehicle. But what about the person that I sent the crypto to, who got paid for it? You get what I'm saying?
So then their basis becomes the value of the crypto at that current time.
I understand, but I guess what Cliff is talking about is, when is it actually my crypto? You get what I'm saying?
At the point of sale, it becomes your crypto, but they're never going to be able to.
It's going to a wallet that has no no ownership. It's not like a
well,
bank.
if you generate the wallet, like if you generate the paper wallet, it's my understanding that you get a private key with that wallet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you have access to that wallet, you are exercising control of that wallet. It doesn't matter if you access it or not. That wallet does belong to. I'm saying, okay, so I'm
I got
IRS
you.
perspective.
No, I got you. So
that
you're
wallet
saying
belongs to you.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So once you generate a private key and you have possession of it, then that's you. That technically would be your wallet at that point. I get what you're saying.
Right. Now whether they can track that, which they can't, I'm just saying from a black and white perspective.
I know. I got you.
Yeah,
I think I agree with you. Thinking. I think I agree with you on that. I didn't think of it like that, because I'm just thinking. I mean, I can just generate as many. I can just generate a wallet. But you're so right. If I'm generating a wallet,
I think about it in like a
keys.
Physical. If we had it in a physical sense, okay, I got my personal wallet that I carry with me everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. If this dude gave me dollars for a truck, if this dude gave me $20,000 for my truck, and I put it in a secondary wallet that I keep under my bed and don't access, that's still my other wallet, and I still have control of that wallet, whether or not I access those funds.
Yep, I agree.
That's what I'm thinking. I just wanted to contribute my 2 cents.
Yeah, man, that's a good point. I totally agree. Didn't think of it from that perspective. So, yeah.
Indeed. All right.
Thank you, man. Take care.
All right, holla.
All right, caller on the line. Talk to your boy Crypto Blood.
What's going on, CB?
What's up, man?
This is 2020 from VA, man. What's going on?
Hey, how are you, man?
Doing good. Just wanted to get your take and opinion. First of all, thanks for setting this all up, man. You're doing a good thing here as far as your channel and just this new format and just giving the average person a chance to kind of chime in. So thank you.
Hey, man, I was talking to John App, my boy, best friend. We talk all the time about just different stuff. I'm like, man, honestly, I don't really, I will have, and I've had people in the past come on my show that are from the Webbot chat room just to chat. Like if people want to come on the show, I'm saying not a live show, but like an actual pre-recorded show, I'm cool with that, man. I just like talking to people. They don't have to be famous, have a lot of subs or nothing like that. I'm just into letting people voice their opinions, like you said, man. What's on your mind today?
Crazy. It seems like we're real quick, and it seems like we're coming up on 1 year though, too, right? With your chat room. A few more months to 1 year?
No, man. I started this all in July of last year. So
okay.
Yeah, a little bit more time. Yep, almost a year.
More time. All right.
Yep.
Well, real quick, just wanted to get your opinion on. You just brought up the topic of price appreciation and speculation. Basically, we're all just kind of, hey, we're just guessing as far as doing the research as best we can, but trying to figure out what's going to pop first. With a lot of these tokens, though, and they have their products coming online. And we got the early adoption phase to kind of figure out what's going to be the mass jump into this space. Do you think it's going to be more so based on Black Swan events or more so on viable products being used for peer-to-peer transactions?
Okay.
Viable products.
You're saying more capital coming into the crypto space?
What do you think is going to be the main trigger for more capital coming into the space?
Whichever comes first, whichever event, either the Black Swan or adoption as far as, new ICOs actually rolling out their products. I don't know. Whichever comes first, in my opinion. Because I remember back in 2014, I believe. I think it was 14, late 13. It was late 13, I believe. I was in Bitcoin. And I don't know if you recall the Cypress stuff that went down.
Oh man, that was crazy.
Okay,
that was crazy.
Bitcoin doubled because of flight to safety from that, and no one really knew about Bitcoin then, so it wasn't a lot of money in proportion to what we have today coming in. But a Black Swan, in my opinion, you will see a huge flight to crypto. Huge flight. Okay,
because I'm sure, as you know, too, with folks like Jim Willie and all these other folks too, we've just been harping on this death of the dollar and all this other stuff too coming up. All we can do is speculate to figure out what it's going to be, but just do our research. But hey, there are all these things taking place behind the scenes which could implement some sort of crisis. Whenever that crisis hits, we don't know.
I would have thought 2 years ago we would have been done. Like, seriously, I can't believe we've gone this long. And the only thing I can think of is that when it happens, the longer we delay it, the worse the outcome exponentially will be. It won't be linear. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So like for every 60, 6 months that we delay this, it's going to be like 5 times as worse. So, but again, I think whichever comes first, either the black swan or the new technology usage for cryptos. Because right now, man, we really don't have a lot of usage, like mass adoption and real case usage for a lot of these ICOs, a lot of these tokens that are on Ethereum.
Not at all.
So just imagine when that does happen, I think it'll be more of a trickle effect. But if the black swan happens, that's going to be like over a week, over a weekend. You know how the banks like to do. They like to do stuff over the weekend, and then Monday, it's slaughter.
Yeah, those holidays. I'm always looking for those holiday weekends.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
All right, bro. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but once again, thank you again for getting all this set up, and we'll definitely try calling in next time too.
Oh, absolutely. Please do. Great question. Thank you. Mm-hmm. All right, people. Make sure you call in. The number is on your screen: 669-900-6833, and the code is 169-861-119. Again, 169-861-119. So I actually think the previous caller did a good job and helped me. That was good, man. That was really good, because you're right, man. I think once you generate that wallet, it's definitely yours. Now, will they be able to, without you essentially linking that wallet, those funds back to a wallet that is an exit ramp, an off ramp to fiat, will they be able to tell who is who? No. But I definitely agree with you, the previous caller, about that. So the other thing that I wanted to bring up about the 3 Amigos was Theta coin. You guys got to call in and tell me about this Theta. I didn't get a chance to do any research on it. I know Truth Blitz said he bought some yesterday or so. I need to do some research, and you guys gotta let me know what you guys think about this Theta coin when you call in. Let's see if anyone in the chat room is talking about Theta. I don't see anything right now, but I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I think it's going to be a social media type of coin, I believe. And JSNIP4 is behind the spread of this. And A3, you said Bix loves it too. Yeah, I think I did hear him say that. I did hear him say that as well. But I have no clue. So why do you guys, is there anything other than JSNIP's psychic saying this coin is a winner? Is there anything else other than that for the reason you like it? Let me know. I want to know, people. I got a call on the line here. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Call on the line. Talk to me.
Yo, what's up, Crypto Blood? It's Omar.
Omar.
Not Omar Bam.
I was about to say, okay, I thought it was Omar Bam.
There's too many Omars, man. I went to high school with like 4 Omars. So.
Dang. Are you what nationality are you?
I'm a Dominican and Puerto Rican.
Okay. That's what's up, man.
So definitely go to Puerto Rico, man. It's gonna be pretty dope. Yeah. Anyway, I got into cryptos following the the woo world. You know what I'm saying? Like following UFOs and aliens and all that stuff, and this whole psychic phenomena that Cliff High is always talking about is kind of crazy, because Dick Algier, he's actually one of the best remote viewers out there.
I think I've seen a couple of his videos on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's like he calls out stuff like months, ahead of schedule. It's crazy. So, I don't know, man. Like, Theta came out as a result of a Psychic Lady, so I feel like just giving it a shot, because at the same time, like, this whole web bot works on that same premise.
Kind of, but kind of not. I mean, I guess it does, but I don't know which one has more accuracy. Is it because I would think a web bot would have more accuracy, just from the law.
Yeah, but it seems like from like what Cliff said, it seems that it's like when people have like this emotional high, and you start getting on the internet and start blasting about like, oh, this coin's doing this coin's doing that, and it seems like it's almost like a feedback loop in a way.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right.
But when I start thinking about it,
but that the same thing goes with a psychic, a snippy psychic, psychic that says this coin, and I'm getting blown. I'm getting comments all in my videos. Check out Theta. Everyone running around talking about Theta. I'm like,
exactly.
Is it a feedback loop? Is it going to be?
I'm wondering. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. So it's like, for me, it's like more like, that's kind of like a coin that, even though like the research behind it is it's pretty dope. It's like, obviously there are some people, some heavyweight people behind it. It seems like it's not a bad idea to just kind of like throw some money at a coin like that, just to see what's up. I mean, it's kind of shady to be like that, but I don't know. I figure, why not?
No, I hear you, man, and it goes to our core emotion that as humans we have is greed. We want to get in, and and envy. We don't want to see someone else get in on it and it blow up and we didn't. So it's that FOMO.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that FOMO stuff. So yeah. I mean, I guess I'm gonna go look at it and throw some chips at it and just forget about it, and just if it goes from 19 cents to
Digibyte too.
Okay.
Like Digibyte's kind of the same kind of deal. It's like it's a coin that's just been chilling like under the radar, and just but Cliff's saying like it's gonna blow up. So you wonder how it works, but I'm just happy to be a part of the process too. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to be alive and actually at this point of history and actually be involved with something like this, it's pretty incredible. And I think the whole thing is we just have to maintain. We just have to make sure that we don't repeat the same mistakes that the powers that be that are in charge right now have been doing.
We will, though. We will. It just we will, man. Like it's just how the universe works, right? Things start off kind of pure, innocent. You can go through anything that you observe in life, right? Like a baby. Babies are pure, innocent. They get older and get more corrupted. So it's gonna happen, man. It is.
Yeah, we gotta check ourselves before we wreck ourselves.
Oh man,
all right, bro.
All right, man. Thanks for the call.
All right, bro. I'll talk to you soon. No problem, bro.
Yep. All right, we got another caller on the line. Caller, what's good? Talk to your boy Crypto Blood.
Blood, it's Don in West Virginia again, man.
Okay, Don. Hey, what's going on, man? You got something else?
Yeah. I was talking about so Theta. To me, now I let me disclose, I didn't go full bore into the research on this one. Quite frankly, I'm out of dry powder, so I don't care a whole lot. But I was confused. Their main goal is doing media on the blockchain. Am I right?
Man, listen, I haven't even looked at the website, so you got to help me out.
So we're kind of on the same page then, right? But I had heard that it was doing media and videos and this such on the blockchain.
Oh, that's awesome.
My first thought was they're kind of, I feel like they're late to market with things like Steam and DTube and
Viewly. If there's any other. You got Viewly coming online.
I feel like they're a little late to market. So when the psychic is saying this is going to be big, I feel like, there's always a possibility that someone's going to come to market and do it better than the previous one. But when you're late to market, the cards are a little bit stacked against you. So that's my concern with them. Maybe they're doing something different, But
so real quick,
like I said,
Don,
I didn't do.
Real quick, Don.
Yeah.
A guy in the chat room, John Doe, says Theta Token has the co-founders of YouTube and Twitch. It has partnerships with Sony and Samsung. Okay. All right, that's
Well,
big. That's big.
It kind of like Cliff was talking about yesterday in the Three Amigos. If you've got a regulation versus the technology, you know, those two things go hand in hand. So if you got a co-founder of YouTube, this guy's already got everybody in the business probably behind him. A simple phone call says, "Hey, use our platform instead of theirs."
Yeah, no, just hearing that is big.
Yeah.
Because when you have
I was not aware of that.
Me either. When you have a leader that understands the different verticals of what industry he's going into, that's huge, bro.
Yep.
YouTube, like, come on, man. So I'm gonna definitely look into that. That looks like a good one for sure.
Yeah, we'll see what that does. We're kind of in a strange position now where I feel like, you know, everybody's bought their PPT and OMG and I feel like if you're like me, you're probably out of dry powder.
I'm out.
Have very little left on the sidelines.
Yeah, I'm pretty much out of dry powder myself.
Yeah, I feel like the ICOs and crypto in general is taking a little bit of a turn right now, and that things aren't just coming out of the gate hot and appreciating. Now it's kind of like you got to prove yourself. So Steam, Theta, D2, all these type things, they've got to prove themselves.
Okay, so
you know, before you start getting a lot of price appreciation.
Don, someone else said those are advisors. So we'll just have to go check it out for ourselves, Don. And check it out. I don't know if they're only advisors, then that changes a little bit. Like if they're the actual co-founders and they used to be the co-founders of YouTube, that's different because it's their baby. They're gonna try to make sure this is successful for sure. But let's see. We'll see, Don.
At this point, it's gonna be throw a little bit of change at it, see if it goes.
There you go.
All right, take care.
All right, brother. All right. Caller on the line. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Talk to me.
Hey, Crypto Blood. This is Brent from the beautiful state of Hawaii. How you been, man?
Oh, aloha.
Aloha. Have you had any callers from our state?
No, you're the first one. You are the first one.
All right.
Friend. So that's excellent.
All right. Well, it's an honor.
What's
it's
your
an honor
name
to
again?
talk to you. And Brent.
Okay, Brent. All right. I'm just trying to see in my software if I can save. It looks like I can save phone calls or phone numbers as names. So I'm saying you're the first one from Hawaii, and you're the first one that's getting a label on your phone number. So if you call in the future, I'll know who you are.
Okay, so a couple of things. When you first started, you talked about Cliff High and his, I guess his possible business ventures in Japan. And I think in other countries in the West, in the East, sorry. So my wife is originally from Japan, so I kind of know the culture there. It's different. So I don't know what he's going to be doing. If all he's going to do is bring his system there and do his, data mining and stuff, that's I don't think it's gonna work because you have to understand. I think because when you read his reports, there's emotion, the linguistics that he feeds off of.
Yes.
And the culture there is different. They're not direct. The people there are not direct. They're very passive.
Right. They don't look at you in your eye, in your face. Nope. Right. They don't make. Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that are unsaid. So if he's going to try to pick up words and key on certain things, like he does, in the social media space here in the United States, it's going to be different because I don't know what his parameters are going to have to be very different. And he's going to have to, you know what I mean?
I don't think he's actually looking to point the bots to. He's not tweaking his bots for that demographic. It's just that the reports are now going to be translated into Mandarin and all the Asian. I think Chinese. I think it's not Asian. It's China. So in particular, right?
Okay.
So I may have.
So I know he did say that the Japanese wanted him to be there for a month or something like that, and I was like, okay, well, that's going to be interesting for him. First of all, he's going to get a translator, and I'm sure the people over there they have to study English from the time that they're in grade school. So, but still, there are cultural differences that's going to affect his work. But like you said, so it'll be interesting. The other thing is the Theta coin. I invested that back in January.
Okay.
Well, before this.
So before this
Jay Snip guy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because like I was looking at it and I was like, whoa, this is interesting. Yeah, because I mean, I was looking at the. I always kind of like with these speculative coins, you got to look at the investors and of course the team. Right. And the guy Steve Chan, he's the co-founder of YouTube. Okay, so he knows what he's doing. He's got a network. So
he is the co-founder. He's not an advisor.
Oh, he's the co-founder of YouTube, and he's an advisor to that project.
Oh, okay, that's what Don.
So
Don
his face is right there.
Yeah, that's what Don and I were trying to figure out. Okay, so he's not the actual founder of Theta Coin.
No. Yeah,
Gotcha.
So he's on their team, and then you got Samsung and Sony.
Yep.
And so my thought was, okay, it's all speculation, right? I'm thinking like, all right, these hardware vendors are coming in the space, and so these guys got devices, whether it's phones, video players, televisions. They're gonna want to put this technology in their devices. Mm-hmm. So if you're thinking about a distributed system, like why not put a chip in there that's integrated with the Theta network? And there you go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right?
Possibly. I mean,
that's what it is.
My whole thing is, man, it's so early in the game. I don't know what platform they're using to develop on. It can't be Ether or Ethereum. I hope they're using something more robust than Ethereum. Yeah. And we'll see. It's like you said, it's all speculation right now, man.
Yeah, and I'm in Hawaii. So Dick Allgaier is a guy that's famous. Well, he's a celebrity. He was an anchor here in one of our local television stations. Great guy. I mean, obviously he's famous with his remote view. I think the thing about him talking about Theta, if you do the research on remote viewing, Theta is actually like it's language within that space in that field. So I'm not sure how it was used in the dialogue with Jay Snip and everybody and what he's saying, but I'm just saying that's just a fact.
You saying Theta? Well, that's the thing, that Cliff can't really do anything with pointing his bots at it because of that. It's too broad. It's too broad of it. I mean, Theta is used in math and all that. So it's
yeah, but I think the way that, because when I was watching that Jay Snip guy, he was saying that Dick had actually.
So Omar in the chat room is saying that Dick Allgaier called out DNA, not Theta.
Right, which is I think he drew something and showed it on the screen. Mm-hmm. But it sounded like when Jay Snip was talking to his viewers, it sounded like he had also drew that, or had talked about, had remote viewed it or some way of form. But anyway, I just wanted him to make sure that that's what I gathered, and kind of looking at remote viewing, because it's been talked about a long time about these type of people that have these abilities. So it's kind of interesting in how they can help people and things of that nature. But
we'll see.
So
speculation.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, and I'm just new to this space, and I want to thank you for having this platform to.
Well, thank you. It's nothing without you guys. So if I sat here on the live stream with no one here, no one would hear it and no one would care. So I appreciate you calling in and participating and watching the videos, man. Thanks, Brent from Hawaii. Aloha. And how do you say bye in Hawaii?
It's Aloha too.
Aloha too. That's what I thought.
So Aloha can be is used primarily. It's hello and goodbye.
Okay. All right. Well, aloha, Brent.
Okay.
And thanks again for calling
Blood.
in, buddy. All right. All right, caller on the line. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Talk to me.
What's up, blockchain?
Sorry. Is this Nick? What's up, blockchain?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, blockchain? What's going on, man?
Nothing much.
So I wanted to get your take on this earlier on when we were talking before, and I haven't asked you yet, but I've talked about this in a couple of my videos. Actually, I just brought it up in the video I'm about to upload. Okay. The announcement that the SEC made that they're setting out to make exchanges register as securities exchanges. What does that mean in your eyes? Because you have a background in trading.
Right.
So what does that mean for the investor? Does that mean that they're going to try to make this to where you need to be an accredited investor to get on to these exchanges? Is that
probably
the end goal?
No, probably not, because what happened was, because I used to trade Forex, right? But in like 1999, they changed the rules to allow regular investors to trade Forex. Because before, man, the only way you could trade Forex before 99 was that you had $1 million liquid to trade. The leverage was way lower as well. You know, you didn't need as much leverage with that much money. But I think after 99, I can't remember the bill that was passed, but regulation changed, and that really is when Forex started to become very popular, because then the small guys would come in. I don't see them having some crazy barrier to entry for people to trade. No, I don't think so. I think it's just going to be, I don't know, it's just going to make everyone be KYC compliant, AML, all that stuff for sure. But again, that's
right. And
that's US.
No, go ahead.
You know, that's US.
Right. So, you know, this, I mean, it seemed to me like, you know, they can't really force exchanges that are outside of the U.S. to do this.
No.
Right.
I don't think so, no.
But it seems like it's going to be able to give them oversight on these exchanges to where
sure it's going to be to the point where they tell them what coins and stuff they can and can't have, and it'll be like that.
Right.
For sure.
So it's going to be these ones that are not basically complying and registering as having securities will probably ultimately, a lot of them will end up getting booted off of these exchanges, these U.S. exchanges anyway.
Yeah, but you know, remember, man, and you know this, that's the beautiful part about this decentralized exchange stuff coming up.
Right.
That's changing. And that's going to change the game. They're not going to know what the hell to do.
Yeah, that's the point that I brought up.
Yep.
Yeah, and I just talked about this. Like I said, I think, you know, and I think Cliff High said this as well, that I believe it was in the what would Cliff say, that the last one you just did, that a lot of these regulations, I think he said bad regulations, will end up backfiring. I believe that was the verbiage he used. But I mean, you know, that's like you said, the beauty of decentralization. They can't really control this like they do with fiat currency and with, you know, the regular markets that we already have, the legacy markets. They can't have the level of control that
they can't
that they have with these markets.
And they're gonna realize that, and at that point, when they do realize it, because they're kind of going about it in the same legacy way of trying to regulate things. And once they realize it, that they can't, it's going to be one hell of a good day, bro. Definitely.
Right. And, you know, I didn't even know this, but there is, you know, there's a little bit of dissent in Congress. Like, I didn't even know that this existed, but there's a congressional blockchain caucus, and they're basically trying to fight overreaching crypto regulation. Mm-hmm. So, I don't think, I mean, I'm sure it's a small minority, but just the fact that we have, somewhat of a voice, be it a small one, is, it gives me a small glimmer of hope as far as the regulation goes. But ultimately, like you said, and like I've said many times, that, this is decentralized. So they can't stop this. So,
no. And they better tread lightly, because, it's like the art of war. You don't want to show your cards too. And that's honestly why I think 9 years later that we're just now starting to get some regulation and guidance on this stuff. Because if they go too fast, too hard, and show their, power or perceived power, and then it fails, then, it kind of shows their weakness. They got issues. So they're taking it slow and very ambiguous right now with all the regulation, I think on purpose.
Yeah.
On purpose.
Yeah,
so.
It just really leaves a lot of uncertainties on what their ultimate plans are.
Yep.
Cool, man.
So, hey,
all
people
right,
out there, make sure you guys join that Block Party podcast. Me and Nick started. We got one coming up. When, Nick?
Next weekend.
Next weekend. Yeah, we got a great guest coming on. So thanks for calling in, man.
All right, brother.
All right, bro. Call on the line. We got a 734 area code. I know that area code.
Come on with it. You already know, baby. CV, what's up, baby?
What's going on?
Man, I had to holler at you. I'm online as Andrew Jackson, man. I don't know what you be laughing at, man.
Oh, you're Andrew Jackson?
I'm Andrew Jackson, man. Come on with it.
What's going on, man? I saw the 734.
Man, I said, I'm right down 94.
It's either some family calling in, or we got a local. Yeah, what's up, man? So
but man, first of all, I wanted to say, man, shouts out to you for everything that you're doing for the space. Of course, it's cool to have somebody, man, of color, to be out there. That's the first thing I want to say. But then also, man, I just wanted to hit you with, when you did the Jay Snip video, it was like a breath of fresh air, man. Let me tell you. I mean, this is the funny thing about when it comes to Jay Snip, you gotta you gotta love him in some way, because he do be, he be showing love, man. I mean, he put good information out there. He helped the common man, all of that. Yep. But then he'll do something and he'll be like, no, don't do that.
Right.
But at the same time, like I say, it's good to have diversity in the space, man. I've learned from him. I came from I got into the space just through precious metals. Okay. That's been something I've been following for years, and just sort of felt like I was off, on my own with it. And when cryptos came in, I was just kind of like, nah, man, it ain't backed by nothing. You can't trust it. But then as I actually went and bought the blockchain revolution, and got to reading that. And that sort of helped me, just understand the technology and sort of being able to articulate to other people, what's going on. But I just want to say, man, good stuff. That was it. I'm just learning. I'm out here, man, making money, so I'm happy. But just definitely want to say, man, shout out to you, brother.
Are you getting your family? You getting your family involved yet? Have they at least taken a look
at it?
I've been
trying, man.
Yeah, it's hard.
I've been trying. It's hard. I got my brother. He's been doing some things, man. So, thankful for that. But I try to help people here and there, but it's tough because, it's different, man. It's so different. It's so innovative. It's just hard to get people to say, okay, I'm going to trust something different,
Well, I talk to people all the time. And the disconnect, even today, I went to a group and talked about Bitcoin, a group of professionals in the inner city, and lawyers, doctors, all these professionals and smart individuals. But the problem is the disconnect has been, and I think still is, many people are still coming into crypto because of what they see from a profit standpoint, what they can profit from. But the disconnect is they don't understand what money is or isn't. And so
that's true.
I always try to, Mike Maloney, man, has a great series on money, and it's like an 8-part, maybe longer than that.
I've been watching him for years.
Yeah, so that really helps a lot of people open their eyes and see how the but the Fed works with the central banks and this and that, and so it's a big Ponzi scheme. And once people understand what money isn't, then they'll realize what money is.
What money isn't. That's well said.
Right. Yeah, man. So appreciate the call in.
That's good advice, man. And it's so always
drop
tough.
them the Mike Maloney series. That'll give them a basis to work off of, because most people don't even know that the money they spend every day is not what they think it is. It's credit. Right. It's not even there. You know what I mean?
And already not backed by nothing.
And exactly.
It's concern.
Yeah, man. So.
All right, so I'm gonna let you go, man. But yeah, like I said, you'll be hearing more from me, man.
Hidden secrets of money. That's right. Thanks,
Keep it up, baby.
All right, man. Thanks, Andrew. Yep. All right, people. Make sure you call in if you want to talk with me. I'm here. A chat room's going crazy. Make sure you guys. A lot of people are asking us to hit the like button. Surely do that. I keep forgetting to say that, but definitely hit that like button. The number is 669-900-6833, and there's the code right below it, 169-861-119. Call in, people. Call in. So the next thing that I want to talk about, I don't know if I got off track with this regarding the notes I took about the 3 Amigos. I think I covered it. We talked about Theta. I'm going to do some more due diligence on it, probably throw a few dollars at it and contribute to the pump, basically is what I'm doing. But hey, I'll throw a little money that I will not regret if I lose. So the next thing on the list, guys, was an article out of, I think it was Bitcoin.com. Yeah, Bitcoin.com. So this article here is regarding ICOs. We've been talking about that a little bit here on the stream today. And it's basically about a law firm that's done a research on ICOs, and they've come to the conclusion that I don't know if they're saying this year, but basically ICOs will get slaughtered with lawsuits coming soon. I want to talk about that, but before we do that, I want to get to the caller on the line. Caller on the line, talk to me. It's your boy Crypto Blood.
Hey, how's it going? I'm from New York. This is Ed.
Ed from New York. How are you, man?
Great, thanks. I've been listening to your show for a few months, and there's something that I've been wanting to talk to people about, and no one's really talking about it. And
let's talk about it.
And that's like, I wanted to see maybe if you can shed some light on finding like an attorney or a good accountant that can help in establishing, the crypto treasures that are yet to come in a way that. Are you
saying like ICOs or?
Well, no, in general, just like to get a good tax attorney or an accountant that understands crypto and understands how to, legitimize, I guess, your earnings as far as setting up a business and an LLC or something of that nature.
I do not know offhand, but I had two different individuals, tax attorneys, not attorneys, but tax, what do you want to call them? Tax accountants. Yeah, I had two different ones on there. Send me an email, or you can just search on my channel. You can find their information and maybe reach out to them, because normally people in industries that either overlap or are in the same industry can help point you in the right direction in regards to persons that are well versed in the crypto.
Yeah, that's the thing that, you know, I mean, you can find any accountant or any attorney that will help you, but someone that really understands crypto and where it's going and then setting up like a structure where you're kind of protecting your assets in the real world is what I'm looking for.
Well, you can, I mean, protecting your assets from a cryptocurrency perspective, there is no protecting of your assets other than security. Because
the private key.
Ain't no government going to be able to seize your account, right? So it's not like, you know, but...
yeah, but eventually I want to bring it out into the real world in real dollars. And so, like, setting up a business, my idea is that I want to set up a business where I work, you know, I own it, but I also am an employee, and I can get health insurance through that, and then eventually set up other businesses, you know, from there, and trying to get like a structure or a plan that can preserve the wealth and I guess, yeah, you said the assets are the crypto, so you can, you know, protect yourself like that. But really, it's setting up something up in the real world, kind of starting from scratch.
Yeah. I you know.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, definitely. I can't. I you know, like I said, maybe the two gentlemen that I had on will be able to point you in the right direction on that. Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I just kind of wanted to bring it up also in the air because I'm sure a lot of people are thinking about this and trying to figure out what to do. And there's probably not that many people around that can really truly help that understand cryptocurrency, but I appreciate it.
Sure thing, man. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay,
Take care.
So guys, as I was talking, make sure you hit that like button, people, and also subscribe if you aren't already. The topic right now are ICOs. Will they be target for lawsuits this year? I personally think absolutely. Absolutely. But you know, we should have talked about this, what is it, BitConnect lawsuit stuff going on too. But for sure, I think a lot of people will start, you know, reaching out to attorneys once they start losing money. 40% or 46% of ICOs have failed. I think last year. So definitely want to get your feedback on that, people. But before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at the article that I pinned. So it says here, a research paper says issuers of ICO tokens will face class action lawsuit. It says here, this month, a law firm called Paul Sinelli, LLP, published a study called Cryptocurrency Class Action Lawsuits, A New Frontier, which explains the initial coin offerings will spark a large number of litigation proceedings against cryptocurrency projects and businesses. I've got to agree with them, and I definitely want to see what you guys have to say about that. I think that, and I can see why sometimes I can see why, you know, they have these rules and regulations on accredited investors and this and that. Though I think the initial reason for those laws and such regulation set in place may have been kind of for a good reason, but now I think it's been perverted to basically just allow the ones with a lot of money to participate in a lot of these projects and IPOs and private deals and stuff that basically blocks us out. So I think now the laws are unfair. But I can, on that's one side, that's how I really feel. But on the other side, I can see why there is some barrier for individuals to participate in stuff, because a lot of people maybe use money that they shouldn't use. It's not discretionary money, it's money that they actually need to pay bills and stuff, and they get themselves into a bind. So I surely see this year as more ICOs that have raised from last year start to come out, test their product, find out that they're not it's not an idea that will render a lot of money or money at all. You see them close down, and they run out of that money that they raised. So lawsuits will definitely start coming. I would love to get your feedback on that. Make sure you guys call the hotline 669-900-6833. And Silver Gold Man, my dude, you want to call in? Go ahead and call. You're always in my chat or in my comment section. Won't you call in, Silver Gold Man? I'm here. I'm waiting. Buster. Let's see here. He says here, Cliff said whoever got into the Tezos ICO is a lucky bastard. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess, now it seems like his first scenario is going to play out where, he had two scenarios. He had one being the litigation and everything will kind of blow over, and then they would proceed with the actual project and the project will be successful. Or the second scenario is that litigation would drag on for years, and at the end of it, everyone just got their ETH back, and then ETH at that point would be worth so much that it was like a windfall. So I don't know, man. I'm still up in the air about that. I do not have any Tezos. So here it says here, Randall McMurray says SGM is a fraud con man. I have to agree. Ooh, F3YAW. Thank you for that. I forgot, guys. We've got a meeting with Cliff High and Tone Vase coming up Monday. Don't know what time. Drop that in the chat room for people. I don't know what time it starts, but that's gonna be wicked. I'm excited about that. I'm really excited to have someone who really doesn't believe, isn't an advocate or a believer of Cliff High's work to have him on. So I'm glad to see that. Call that hotline, people, 669-900-6833. Don't be scared. Code is 169-861-119. So I'm going to go ahead and let me check the markets really quickly. Yeah, so we did the double bounce on that resistance area now. This is on the 1 hour, but it's not looking too good right now. I think we're gonna trail back down and hit that red line right there. Let's see what happens though. We got a call on the line. Let me see here. Call on the line. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Talk to me.
Hey CB, this is Big Daddy Crypto.
Big Daddy Crypto. Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Hey, the ICO things, I think the lawsuits are right around the corner.
They're coming, aren't they?
Yeah.
Man.
People are going to go down. But anyway, I wanted to ask your opinion. Have you seen any of the, like Silver Gold Man, Bud, whatever?
I don't follow him.
Well, there's a lot on the internet about him and Trader Boss. You think these guys are shills or not?
Oh, I mean, I don't follow. I thought you were going to refer to like a video video he's done lately. No, I don't follow either of them. I don't know if Trader Boss even has a channel. I just know of him through Jason at 4. Silver Gold Man is crazy, certified.
Yeah,
absolutely crazy. So there's really nothing more I can say about that. But Trader Boss, man, let me tell you about as far as my observation of Trader Boss. I don't, there's been talk about him getting his calls from another trader. Let's say that's not true, right? I put that aside. his calls, I don't know. You know, they seem to, you know, he seemed to know a little bit or more than a little bit about trading, I would say. But the problem I have is you disappear when there's a bear market. And so if you're trading, if you're training people to trade, and he should know this because he comes from FX. A good trader makes money up and down, and we lose money when the market goes sideways. But we haven't been going sideways; we've been going down. So he's supposed to teach the individuals who sign up for his trade calls how to do that. You don't just disappear. So it makes me kind of err on the side of okay. I have to attribute most of his calls to just being a bull market because everyone was winning when when he was really popular and doing a lot of stuff with Jay Snip. So you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
true.
a true trader and a good trader will shine in a bear and bull market.
That's true. You got to learn how to weather the storms too.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to, and so there's more than just reading charts. For people out there,
another question.
Yeah.
Another question I had: what is in your opinion, the top 3 coins that Cliff calls out? What do you like the best?
My top 3 coins.
Yeah, other than Bitcoin and Ethereum, everybody has that, right?
Yeah, I'm very, very excited about EOS.
Yeah,
I think EOS is a game changer. I've been talking about it since basically July last year. I've done a few videos on Populous. I do not have any Populous. I traded it, so I made some decent money from that, up to $9 and some change, from like $1.90 or $2 and some change. So I made pretty good money with that. Don't hold any Populous. Don't hold. I have OMG. OMG is I think I haven't been following the project lately, but I do hold OMG. I think that's a good one. Really, coins that are and what this is what Cliff talks about. Coins that are laying the framework, the railway, the infrastructure for the blockchain. I'm also actually interested in what potentially can come out of Hashgraph. I think that's promising if they end up making that open source. So I'm interested in those that are pushing the envelope. Pillar is going to be, I think, hopefully something great. That's what Cliff's data is showing. So I'm very bullish on that. So I will have to say those are, OMG, EOS, Pillar for sure are great ones. And Hashgraph is something I got my eye on, but they're not open source. They're private. So it's a private blockchain, or it's not even called a blockchain. It's a private project. So let's see what happens with that.
I think in 2018 as well, I think a lot of coins are going to go away.
They are, man. I agree. Yep, I agree.
Okay.
A lot of crypto coins will go away. I believe as you start to see actual adoption of if Bitcoin gets their act together, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin. And then I'm hoping that Coinbase, but I'm not too confident. I'm hoping they add some anonymous coins as well. But those, I think a lot of the other coins they won't go to zero per se, but they will have basically zero volume. So you won't be able to really liquidate anything. And then on the token asset side, a lot of projects are going to just disappear, man. It's one thing to have a great website, a white paper, but executing on your plan is very hard.
You got to bring something to product sooner or later. People just
that's going to weed out a lot of them. Right. The promises for betas and demos, that's done this year. That's done for the ones that came out last year. You know what I mean? It's time to show and prove now. So, like you said,
it's interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see how Pillar executes here within this month, right? Sometime.
No, I think they're saying in May.
Okay, whenever.
May.
But I mean, if that wallet comes out and it works and it's good, I mean, that's good for the crypto space, I think, because you actually have a product that's useful.
Yeah, I mean, but you do have a few that actually have working product and revenue. One being Centra. You know, they've been slammed.
Oh, yeah.
I have a Centra card. Use it all the time. And then like I used to have TrueFlip which is a gambling website. What's neat with them is that their results are probable or can be proven from the blockchain. So they have a little algorithm that basically, you know, at X block you can prove that those are the numbers for the lottery. So they have a working product and have revenue. So there are a few, you know. But let's see. You know, we need to see some big. Yeah, exactly. The more, the better. And hopefully, and that's what I was talking about in my previous video, crypto, is that I think we will see a decoupling from Bitcoin's price once these projects come out and start to be successful, because the demand for the token will be there irrespective of if Bitcoin is down 60%, 80%, or 90%. People will want to use this Pillar wallet. People will want to use Centra. People, you know what I mean? So the demand for those tokens will still be there and increase, honestly.
It's fun. Yeah. The more people's consciousness gets disconnected from Bitcoin being cryptocurrency, I think the better off it'll be as far as a mass adoption. Get people that think cryptocurrency, they think, you know, OMG, Pillar, whatever, EOS, instead of just Bitcoin.
Right.
A lot of people talk to you on the street just think it's Bitcoin. It's all there is. Like, it's the tip of the iceberg.
And so, like I said, that I think that education, that ideology needs to change. Crypto is not just Bitcoin. It's a lot.
No,
it's a lot more.
Yeah, the supply chain thing, the coin that I can't even remember the name of it now, but I work in manufacturing, and a lot of people ask how they would execute these purchases on the blockchain, which is a problem too, I think, for businesses, for like machine shops. It's like, okay, how do we get involved? You know, it's complicated for people at this point. I think it needs to be a little bit more streamlined or something.
Yeah, I did a sponsored video on SyncFab. I don't know if you saw that one. Okay.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, so you're in the manufacturing industry.
Yeah, every day.
Okay, so you say you think you're not sure, there's a disconnect on how you would actually get into their ecosystem and utilize the application and their whole workflow.
Yeah,
I think
the idea people like, because it gives them some protection, especially when a company doesn't want to pay their tab after their parts are done. But it's the unknown of how do we get from where we are now into this coin and get money flowing. So it's hard to explain people. Well, the only way you can go that I know to go through would be go through like Gemini or something and get money in it and start buying the coins. But it's, you know, there's a little bit of a disconnect there.
Right. I agree totally. So we'll see, man. It's going to be an easier on-ramp for companies like SyncFab, but the problem is regulation, man. Like, if SyncFab starts taking fiat currency directly, then that puts them into a whole different category. They're like a money changer type. You get what I'm saying? Because it's an asset, and you know, I don't know, man. This regulation is really going to it's going to try to hold up the growth of this this community.
When that happens, it's going to be a big target on their back as far as regulators. We're going to have a problem with that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The government in general. So
right.
It's great to see.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Anyway,
Big Daddy Crypto. Thanks for calling in.
Love your videos. Keep up the good work. Yep.
Okay, buddy. All right. Thank you. All right, people. Call in. I'll probably stay on for another half an hour. Don't be scared. Hit me up. 669-900-6833. Again, 669-900-6833. And the code is on the screen right there. Let me see here. So, yeah, back to what we were talking about in regards to ICOs, man. Like Big Daddy Crypto said, and I agree with him, this is gonna, the lawsuits are coming. And, you know, you guys as ICO or hodlers, how do you think that's going to affect your portfolio? I think a lot of people are going to be shaken out of their positions and scared, and they're going to panic sell. So I think lawsuits are going to affect the actual company's price, ICO, you know, the token price as well. So I would love to hear from more people regarding these lawsuits that this law firm did a report on regarding lawsuits coming in 2018. I have to totally agree. Call me up, 669-900-6833. The code is 169-861-119. Right now I have 0 callers in queue, so call me up and hit the like button, people, please. We currently have 125 people on the live stream. Raw Power says, get a Skype account, please, for international viewers. I have a Skype account, Raw Power, but I don't know how to really regulate that properly, where I don't have people just calling me all willy-nilly. So I'll look into whether or not I can do a international call or international number for the system that I'm using. Joy says, show the number again, please. Let's see here. 669-900-6833 is the number. So call in, people. If I don't get any calls in the next maybe 5 or so minutes, we'll shut it down for today. I really enjoyed episode number 3 with you guys. As always, I love being able to talk to you guys rather than chatting. It's always the best. And I'm excited about this new chat window I got set up here. It's looking nice. Smash those likes, people. That's right. So as we wait for any callers, again, the number is 669-900-6833. As we wait for callers, I do want to show you guys one other topic, and that is actually about cryptocurrency interest. As far as searches, they've dropped Bitcoin. The search for Bitcoin has dropped 80%. We'll talk about that in a second. First, I got a couple callers on the line finally. Let's go with this first one here. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, man? This is first time calling in, and you said you needed some callers, so I figured I'd say what's up.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Thank you for calling in. What's your name?
My name is Brian Jones.
Brian, you're from?
I'm from Washington State.
Okay, Washington State. I went out to Washington for the first time last year. Washington State, beautiful area.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Seattle.
Nice.
Up there, had some good coffee up there, man. You guys got good coffee in Seattle. Then I went up to Bellevue. It's nice malls and stuff.
Yeah.
Really nice scenic area in Seattle, and what they call, the Patriot Bay, or what is it?
I'm not too sure. You just tell me.
Yeah. So what's going on, man? What do you want to talk about?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. We could talk about anything. I purchased Cliff High's report for the first time. This month, and read that. Read some pretty interesting things, and I've followed your channel for like a couple of months. And
appreciate it.
I think I might be. Yeah, of course. I think I might be too young to try out the C60. But
why you say that?
Well, I just remember Cliff saying that someone that's younger might not have the benefits as much of the C60 as someone that may be a little bit older.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
21.
Oh, okay. Yeah, your cells, your DNA cells are still replicating properly. No, but I feel you. Yeah. I feel you on that. So what got you into crypto?
Right.
I mean, you're 21. That's young. How long have you been in crypto?
So for a little bit less than a year. So since June last year, and nothing in particular kind of got me into it. But I will say I was, browsing through on the internet. I was on Reddit and looking at their just one of the subreddits, and someone mentioned something about cryptocurrency and Litecoin, and I had heard about Bitcoin before, and so after I heard about it that second time, I looked into Litecoin, what it was, and the technology really interested me. So back then, Litecoin was like $27, and that was when I first invested in it.
Good, man. Well, you got you're in a very good position, Brian. At such a young age, man, this is going to be a wealth change for you and your, future kids and family and whatnot. So that's good, man. I'm glad to see you in the space. Keep spreading the word. Out of curiosity, of your peers, is anyone else into the crypto, like that younger generation?
For sure, yeah. So definitely, a lot of my friends are in it. I actually got some of my family members in it because, after investing a little bit into crypto, I realized I didn't know much about, finances, kind of how the Federal Reserve System works. And, so I've done research on that, and I really see, if you, I'm pretty sure you follow Big Swear, I really see kind of what he's talking about, us going from, us going from the old system to this new cryptocurrency system.
Yes, definitely. There's a transformation coming. It's happening right in front of our eyes. Normally things like this take time. It's not like a overnight thing. So it's just slowly but surely happening. And definitely, man. And
right. And yeah, a lot of people I know, work for certain companies that match 401ks, and so they're in their 401ks, and after I did my research on Litecoin and got more invested in it, I transferred that 401k, to cryptocurrency and actually all to Litecoin. And that's exactly right. That's definitely one thing I like about cryptocurrency is having that control and not having an intermediary. Only thing, the coins are in my possession on a cold storage Trezor, and I really like that part of cryptocurrency.
Excellent, man. Well, again, thanks for the call in. I got 3 other callers on the line, so
cool, man.
Thank you so much. And shout outs to Joy for the tip. I appreciate the super chat tip. Excellent. So, Flesh Light. I don't know what he says here. Damn, this kid has balls and brains. Very rare. Absolutely. Good for him. I'm glad to see the youth really getting into this. into this space, man. It's life changing for those individuals that pick up on game. So we got another 2 callers online. Call on the line. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Talk to me.
What up, Crypto Blood?
Hey, is this D-Mac?
Nah, this is your boy Crypto Cholo coming in from sunny SoCal.
Okay, Crypto Cholo. What's going on? What's good, man?
You know, just taking in the crypto game, watching it all unfold on the macro playing field.
Gotcha. So what you want to call in and talk about today? Do you have any thoughts on the recent subject we're talking about here?
Oh yeah, I'm just calling to see what your thoughts on where you think we really are on the whole inflectionary point as far as like what these cats at the Fed are doing, and the inflation they're about to unload on everybody. Do you see that like really being absorbed and transitioning into the crypto space, or
already has?
What other avenues?
It's already starting. Yeah, it's already starting.
I mean, to the next level though.
Mm-hmm.
To the next level.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't have a crystal ball like Jason if Psychic does, but I mean, it's only time will show that it's coming for sure. I mean, we're seeing things in the bond market that are little signs that things are getting ready to crumble here in the States.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
So as the other caller talked about, he was asking which one do you think will affect the crypto infrastructure or community as a whole the most? Is it a black swan event, or is it the adoption of and the successful rollouts from these ICOs and their projects with those? It's whichever comes first, but for sure a black swan event will cause a crazy run up in a influx of capital into the crypto markets. So when that happens, I don't know. Will it happen this year? I would say about 85%. I'm sure we will have some type of event happen in 2018 that will cause us to really take another huge leg up.
Yeah, because they really seem hell bent on defending that 3% on the U.S. 10-year. It seems like I think when they lose control of that, the inflationary pressures are really
They're
going
to lose it. Absolutely, it's coming.
Yeah,
I already see it. Yeah, and actually, you can't. It's very, very big misconception that they have some like lever at the Fed where they're just like, all right, we're going to tweak this down to 2.5%, and we're going. No, it's an indirect manipulation of the interest rates on these bonds. They do things at the Fed windows, and so once it's out of control, and it's out of control, they have no way to stop the interest rates from skyrocketing. So just load in and be ahead of the curve. Load in when nothing is happening. That's when you get in. When nothing is happening is when you want to load those bags up.
True that.
Yep. So again, man, thanks for calling in, Crypto Choyo.
All right, take it easy, bro.
Boy. Yep. All right, we got another caller on the line here. Caller, what's your name? Where you from?
Yo, this is Cypress XMX on Twitter.
Cypress.
My dog is Satoshi.
Oh, yeah. We talked earlier, right?
Yeah, we were going to talk about the efficiency of the blockchain, or efficiency of crypto, Bitcoin. But I was going to say first, you had brought up earlier what money is, and a lot of people don't understand that a dollar bill is literally a bill, like as in an electric bill. It's evidence of debt.
Yeah.
That's what we're trading. It's like as if I gave you a electric bill and said, this is worth something, but really it's not worth anything because it's a promise to pay. That's what the dollar is.
Correct.
But you were saying that you thought Bitcoin was inefficient.
Absolutely right. So let's talk about that. So your stance is that Bitcoin is efficient. Am I correct?
Well, I guess it depends on what you mean by efficiency. So I think it is in the sense that it's a secure, payment network
Right.
And it does what it was intended to do. But at the same time, if you're talking about fees to use the network, then I suppose you have an argument if that's what you meant.
Okay, so that is part of it, fees for sure. But honestly, if you look at, I don't know if you've looked at like Hashgraph and some of these, if you want to call it blockchain 3.0 projects, you'll start to find out and realize how inefficient blockchains are, the way they're used. So, in a blockchain, every block, you got people trying to figure out this number, right? And, you got thousands and thousands of people trying to figure this number out. And the first one who figures it out may not be the one that broadcasts it first. You may have 2 or 3 people that actually get the number right. And so you gotta throw out the other people and then award it to that individual that had the first time stamp, and then you go forward. And so essentially that's what the whole point of hash rates and not hash rates but difficulty is in Bitcoin. It gets slower on purpose because we have too many people getting the number right. It just causes all types of chaos. So the idea of Bitcoin is revolutionary. I'm not taking anything away from it. It has changed the game for us, but there will be other, and when I say other, there will be other more useful blockchains in the future that will replace Bitcoin, in my opinion. Will Bitcoin still be worth a whole bunch of money? Probably, because it's scarce. It's the first mover advantage. It's the brand. But for use, no, I'm not seeing it yet, bro. It's just too slow. I can't use it for a cup of coffee unless I want to wait there for 3 hours for it to come, get the 6 confirmations or however much that merchant is willing to let me spend without feeling like they have risk of double spend. And so that's what I was saying by it's not efficient. It's just I can't use what are you using Bitcoin right now? That's a question I guess I ask you. Are you using Bitcoin in a day-to-day fashion?
No, I'm just trying to consolidate. Hopefully Lightning Network will change that. But how do you feel about proof of stake? I don't like proof of stake like Ethereum is moving towards, because I don't like Ethereum period because they pre-mine so much of it. But proof of stake seems less democratic, less egalitarian. I like the idea of the participants in the network getting the benefit from processing the transactions.
I agree with you. I agree with you to a certain extent, for sure. So I forgot who put it, but there are pros and cons to all the different types of algorithms. Proof of stake, proof of work. Proof of work has a good use case. Proof of stake has certain use cases. Delegated proof of stake has a great for EOS. Dan Larimer created that. So I think there are different scenarios that benefit each of those. So for currency, proof of work is, I think, best. For smart contracts like Ethereum, I think proof of stake may be better. So,
hopefully Lightning Network will sort all that out. If Lightning delivers,
if Lightning delivers, Cliff, I'm sure you're a follower of Cliff. I asked him that on the last interview I had with him. He said his data set show Lightning Network failing. And I mean, if we don't get SegWit adoption up past 30%, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, we have to have SegWit.
Head in the water.
Yeah, got it. So SegWit adoption's got to get up. Not saying that it won't, but people are saying it's right around the corner, but it really isn't, because first, the horse comes before the cart. So we'll see, man. Right. I appreciate the call in, Crypto XMX.
Thank you.
Thanks for the love, man. All right. All right, call on the line. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Talk to me. Where you from?
How you doing?
With?
New York.
New York City. What's your name, bro?
Name's Orlando, like Florida.
Okay, Orlando. I'm just typing this in, so if you call in the future, I'll know. Hopefully it saves. So talk to me, Orlando. What's going on?
Yeah. A couple of things, there are a couple of things I'm thinking about. The first one is that I hear a lot about, people of color not being involved in space, or not enough, not in number, they're significant. But in New York, what I find is that there are a lot of people of color involved. And I think sometimes we're a little more quiet, maybe, because some people are mining, some people are flying under the radar, and many things like that. So, but what I find is a lot are involved, but more are getting involved on a daily basis. That's the first thing.
Okay, Orlando.
The second thing is
real quick, one question regarding that. So, are you in like New York City area?
Upper New York.
Oh, you're in Upper New York. So my counter argument to that was that maybe because you're in a denser population, it perceived to be more minorities in crypto, but percentage wise, in totality, it maybe not be. But okay, go ahead. I can't make that argument. You're not in New York.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I think the other thing is the number of people also. I'm upper 50s right now. So for a person of my age to have gotten involved in cryptos was kind of a little hair-raising because, some of us, barely got into the internet,
Right.
So it was one of those things that, and I'm sure, shows like yours has something to do with it. You've got a couple of people watching that aren't 20 years old or something.
Right.
So that's.
Oh, I know. I get a whole bunch of, not a whole bunch, but I get people saying, "Turn that rap off. I can't stand. I can't." I'm like, all right, man. I'm not gonna do it, but thank you for expressing your.
I'm liking the music you're playing, though.
Okay.
The last thing I wanted to talk about, even though it was already touched upon, is Tezos.
Yes.
And the reason I'm addressing that one again, even though there were several scenarios that were possible, the recent change of events really took a few people by surprise because it almost seemed like they were going to go rogue and spin off. Like they would be the first people to actually fork without even actually launching, and then all of a sudden it happened. They won the deal and everything like that. So it's a lot happening very quickly with Tezos, and that's why I was wondering what Cliff High might have something to say, but I think it's a lot to analyze all of a sudden.
Yeah, because if you recall, Orlando, the last talk I had with Cliff, that was prior to the news, right? So
right.
The latest news with that. So I'm not sure, what he has to say regarding that. So it'd be interesting to see what he feels. My personal take, though, is that I'm not sure. I think the main the individuals that had the spat with the foundation co-founder or whatever, that's done, I believe, but I think there are still some lawsuits there outstanding. So I'm not too sure we're out of the woods yet, but I don't know. I'm still indecisive about that. I don't hold any Tezo, so I haven't been following it like that, but not sure. Right.
And as far as I'm concerned, I think he got it right no matter how you look at it. But just wondering where it all ends and how. But look, I'm not going to take too much time. I just want to tell you it's a great show. And keep playing the music because I like the music, so you got no problem with me on that.
Okay, hey, and give me a song request, and I'll rock out. We'll rock out to it one day. I got a queue of songs right now, but just whenever you have a chance on the next video, just drop me a comment, and I'll save it.
All right, God bless. Take care.
All right, God bless. Yep. Caller on the line, it's your boy Crypto Blood. What's going on? Caller, you there?
Yes. Hello?
Hello. What's going on?
Yes. All right.
How are you today? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is AJ, and I'm calling from Atlanta.
ATL. Hot Atlanta.
Yeah.
How are you, AJ? What's on your mind?
Doing good. Well, I had a question. I have few Litecoins, and they issued Litecoin Cash, and I've tried to follow all the things they said. I got their wallet and imported the keys, but it's showing me zero balance. I had like 3 addresses on my Litecoin, so I imported 3 keys. But on my Litecoin Cash, it still shows zero balance. I was wondering if there's anything you would know about how to take care of it.
Unfortunately, AJ, I did not participate in the Litecoin Cash.
I see.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. I believe Nick from Truth Blitz did, so maybe reach out to him. He may be able to assist you with that. Yeah, sorry about that, man.
No problem. Anyway, thank you.
Okay, you take care now.
Yeah, you.
All right, people. Get one more caller in there. 669-900-6833. I will try to figure out a way to get my international people who don't want to make that international call an opportunity to call in. So next time I will have something available for you guys, hopefully. But as of now, give us a call, 669-900-6833. The code is 169-861-113. So markets are still almost following my line. Look at that. Let's see what happens here. I think we're heading down, people. Unfortunately, I don't tell you what you want to hear. I tell you what you need to hear. 7,700, here we come. In my opinion, I hope not. I absolutely hope not, and I hope I'm wrong. But we shall see. We shall see. So as we wait for the last caller, I'm going to put that number up there one more time. 669-900-6833. Give me a call. Let's go ahead and take a look at the last article that I have here. Or was that the last article? That may have been the last article. Yes, this is the last article here. So this is talking about cryptocurrency currency interest waning. Online searches for Bitcoin in particular dropped 80%. God, that's crazy. So it says here, over the course of the past few weeks, cryptocurrency prices have been dropping in value. However, online interest is another trend plunging as well within the digital cryptocurrency realm, as Google Trends searches for the word Bitcoin have descended to levels not seen since October of 2017. So not too far back percentage wise, that's a big drop, but to the back to the levels that it was, it's not too far back. I thought it would have been further back, maybe to 2016 or something like that. But look at that chart here. I bet you if I could track this search chart on top of the price of Bitcoin, that would be great if I can do a kind of like a comparison to see how that tracks with the price of Bitcoin. That would be interesting to see. What do you guys think about the decline in searches for Bitcoin? What does that mean? Caller on the line, it's your boy Crypto Blood. Talk to me.
Hi.
Hi. Who's calling?
Hi. My name is Jay, and I'm calling from Chicago.
Oh, Jay, how are you? Let me put you in here. What are you calling in today for?
Well, I mean, like a lot of people, you know, I just got my tax refund check, and I'm interested in loading into cryptos. And it was recommended to me to load into Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin, I think it is. And I'm completely new to the space, and I joined your web-out rooms, but man, the conversations move so fast. It's like I can't really interject to ask the question.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
So to be new in it, and let's say I had, $1,000 or something to put in, at what point, like, how long do I hodl? At what point do I take some money out to pay myself, or what do I do after it's there?
Yeah. So good question. Like, I think you need to have price targets. I don't think you should, and this is for everyone, like, hodling is great, awesome, but you should always be taking a small percentage, I would say sub 5%, sub 2, I would actually say like sub 2% of your profits, not the total investment, your total portfolio value, but just of your profits. Just take a little bit, in my opinion. It's not financial advice, but you got to treat yourself. You got to lock in some profits, because they don't exist, people, if you don't realize them. So
okay. Now, when you say to take some, what do you best recommend? Like, I downloaded Coinbase and I played around with just to like test it out, like how to actually purchase the coins. But is it best to transfer it back if I needed to, like, to my bank account, or how do you best recommend to get money out?
Yeah, I mean, through Coinbase is fine. It's going to be a taxable event. And, also on Coinbase, I believe you should have an option for selling into USD, which is actual US dollars, without going back to your bank account. So that way, if you don't actually need the money, but you want to realize and lock in some of those gains, you can do that there. There are tax implications with that, and the tax code is very convoluted, so I would talk to a crypto tax advisor regarding that. But yeah, you can do that, or if you need to use the money, take some and spend on yourself.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for the call.
Thank you for calling in.
All right. Have a good weekend.
All righty. All right, people. I think that's probably it for today. Just want to thank everyone. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And don't forget, I was the first one doing these call-ins in crypto. So if you see anybody else doing it, you know where it came from. It's your boy Crypto Blood. I am out. Holla.